In a city where stars blaze brighter than the night sky, the LA fires have cast an ominous glow over the Hollywood hills. This isn't just another disaster, it's a reckoning. Plumes of smoke curl into the heavens like unanswered prayers, consuming not just acres of land, but forcing an uncomfortable question. Has Hollywood lost its way? Number 1. Unholy silence in the City of Angels. As flames rage through iconic neighborhoods like Malibu, Calabasas, and Beverly Hills, the devastation is impossible to ignore. These fires are relentless, tearing through multi-million-dollar estates of the rich and famous, Kim Kardashian, Leonardo DiCaprio, Oprah Winfrey, and humble homes alike. The inferno unites everyone in tragedy, yet it reveals an even greater divide: the growing spiritual void in Hollywood. Amid this devastation, where are the voices of reflection? The silence about faith echoes louder than the crackling flames. Could this firestorm be a divine megaphone, urging Hollywood elites to shift their focus from fame and fortune to faith and purpose? Number 2. The exceptions to the rule. Some stars, like Chris Pratt, openly wear their faith as their guiding light. Pratt frequently shares his spiritual journey and unashamedly credits God for his success. Similarly, Denzel Washington often speaks of his reliance on prayer and divine purpose, famously saying, "Put God first in everything you do." But these voices are rare in an industry that glorifies materialism and self-idolatry over spirituality. Angelina Jolie advocates for humanitarian efforts, but rarely speaks of faith. Brad Pitt has publicly wrestled with his religious upbringing, while Lady Gaga blends spirituality with activism, but stops short of an overtly faith-driven message. Meanwhile, films like Noah, 2014, and The Passion of the Christ, 2004, were blockbusters with religious themes, but these are anomalies in a sea of superhero flicks and dystopian epics that glorify power, greed, and moral relativism. The wake-up call. The LA fires are more than a natural disaster. They are a wake-up call. Record-breaking droughts, fierce winds, and uncontrollable blazes serve as stark reminders of humanity's fragility. But for an industry rooted in storytelling, the bigger question is, why has Hollywood abandoned the greatest story ever told? The Bible, the best-selling book in history, holds narratives of love, sacrifice, redemption, and hope. These stories transcend culture and time. And yet, faith-based films are often relegated to niche markets, as if the world isn't hungry for meaning amidst chaos. Hollywood's unholy obsession. For decades, Hollywood has glorified excess. From Tom Cruise's Scientology-fueled mystique to Will Smith's public declarations about self-made success, the industry has turned away from humility and divine connection. Even Kanye West, who launched a faith-inspired album, battles the industry's obsession with clout and consumerism. This culture of excess is not just reflected in their mansions or red carpet appearances, but in the stories they tell. Consider the themes of recent blockbusters. Euphoria glamorizes despair, Succession celebrates greed, and even Disney's Little Mermaid remake struggles to present a tale of moral depth. What Hollywood can do. Imagine the cultural shift if Reese Witherspoon, who has spoken about faith's role in her life, led the charge in producing films that glorify God. What if Matthew McConaughey, known for his philosophical outlook, used his star power to explore stories rooted in divine purpose? The industry has the platform, the reach, and the influence to inspire a global revival. If figures like Jennifer Garner, Mark Wahlberg, Viola Davis, and Tyler Perry, all individuals with ties to faith, chose to spotlight God-centered narratives, the ripple effect could be immeasurable. Beyond the ashes, the fires will die out, the ash will settle, and the skies over Los Angeles will clear. But what will remain? Will Hollywood take this moment to turn its gaze upward, to reassess its role as a cultural leader, and to rekindle its spiritual flame? This isn't about preaching sermons. It's about telling stories that matter, stories that resonate deeply with the human spirit. As Oprah Winfrey once said, "What I know for sure is that everything is connected to a higher power." It's time for Hollywood to act like it believes that. Final words. The LA fires are a tragedy, but they're also an opportunity, a divine moment to reflect, to rebuild, and to reignite faith. Hollywood's greatest role isn't on the big screen. It's in the hearts of the people it influences. If the brightest lights in the industry can embrace God, imagine how they could change the world. You decide. Will the stars of Hollywood continue to blaze for themselves, or will they finally shine for a higher purpose?